From the Covenant to Covenant. As we roll the years back, you undoubtedly notice the change in name. This is down to a dispute with an equally named Swedish EDM artist who won the usage rights. Upon their next effort, that transition was made alongside a rebranding in image and presentation. Nexus Polaris, the group's sophomore effort, would then be re-released under the new and handy renaming. Interestingly, their debut will receive a peculiar re-recording that attempts to shed the original music of its genre-cast tone and rewrite much of the synths to try and capture the genius that first erupted here. Perhaps the magic was in that original record, but this is the moment where a unique brilliance emerged from the cast mold of the then young symphonic black metal sound. As hinted at, the magic lies in a more elaborate sense of what the symphony could be, similar to Arcturus on paper, yet arriving with a different alien personality. The record's 8 tracks blaze with the roar and bite of ferocious black metal, mostly propelled by the rumbling barrage of Hellhammer's legendary percussive style. He debuts with the band here, unleashing his busying free-arm style to propel the aggressive side with a dense layer of drum and cymbal strikes. Alongside him, the vocals too deliver howling and wretched screams atypical of the genre, but most notable is Lex Icon's withdrawing to a snarling, throaty growling of his cosmic, unworldly lyrics. The toned-down temperament aids the balance of extremity and musicality the songs exude. Snugly fit between the battering drums and gleaming synthwork sits the subtle distortion guitars tinged by a thrash metal pacing. Arriving with melodic inflections and the occasional blistering guitar solo, they act as a keen bridge between forces, the unifying element to give rise to the symphonic theme and anchor the aesthetic in aggression. Rarely are they the main focus, but every riff chugs away, chopping rhythms and groove to see the theatrics on their way. Front and center is the symphonic aspect. Where the genre's artists once mirrored the general direction of their darkly music with gloomy and majestic Casio keyboard tones, Kovenant strove to bring a cinematic experience. The awe and wonder can be felt in an instant. As the Sulphur Feast warms up with its shimmering acoustic guitars and then plunges into blast beats, Sarah Jezebel Diva, once of Cradle of Filth, lends her wicked voice with an operatic presence that signifies much of the compositional genius to come. Rather than complementing tonal aesthetics, the keys take charge as the lead direction of these thematic songs, often tinged with a carnival flavouring. Along the journey, many keyboard instrument sounds feature, from the expectant choral synth tones to bright pianos, and even an accordion on one song. It orchestrates wonderfully with an astral sense of wonder and a touch of madness to tie it keenly to its extreme delivery. It's keen writing that packages big themes into simple repetitious melodies rolled off one another to keep that galactic sense of scale. Also featuring a few electronic tones in brief stints, it does signify where the band may go, but in this instance sits with me as a wondrous piece of music it's hard to find fault with. It's been such a long time this record has been with me. Blowing the dust off again, the magic hasn't weathered a fraction. Appreciating it once again, I am particularly fond of Chariots of Thunder, the first from the album that I heard. The song has a leveling of elements as all its instruments feel integral to one another, where the rest of the record dove heavily into its wonderfully bizarre and cosmic orchestration. It's a fair temperament to close on and always gives me an emotional stirring that the end of a powerful movie might do. I love it. This one is a true symphonic black metal classic. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to see some more of my music blogs, go check the website out. Every page has over 1,000 articles sorted by artist, year, genre and more. Just hit Ctrl F and have a search for something that interests you. You can find a link to the blog in the description box down below, where you'll also find links to my other YouTube channels. Check them out if you are curious. Thanks again for watching, and be sure to subscribe to catch the next upload.